Dr. Derradji Harek is currently
Si.
working in the National Institute of Agronomic Research of Algeria, INRAA, and he will explain us the biometric characteristic of the dairy camel udders in relation to a milk yield and its productivity and ecotypes in the Tamanrasset region. Over to Dr. Derradji for the next talk, please.
In the context of ASA, International Conference of Camel, which intitulated the role of camel in food security under climate change context. I have the honor to present to you my research work in the field of animal genetic intitulated Biometric characteristics of dairy camel in relation to milk yield and the ecotype in the Tergui population in Tamanrasset province. For so, to start with the introduction, in the Arid and semi-arid region, the dromedary is of particular interest. It is still the animal of choice that can produce in a particularly unfavorable environment for its adaptive capacities. It's able to draw its food to cover the nutritional need of other species. For that, the dromedary, like other animal, is an animal highly valued from its product of milk and meat and hair. It's able to survive and reproduce in the such environment due to their unique morphology and physiology, and serve as a source of income, meat, milk, and water. Water, it's hair. So contribute strongly to the diet of nomadic farmer. The milk productivity of dromedary depends on the floristic component of the Sahara region land and the genetic potential of individual. But overall, the different work report the long milk production of the camel. The camel in Algeria is estimated about 1.42 million. Out of the total camel population in Algeria, it's 34 to estimate duration of lactation. The lactation duration is daily milk yield per camel is estimated at 11 seconds, as 12 months, and vary from 1.68 to 4.40 kilogram per camel. In addition, the total attention given to the improvement of camel to the dairy or meat type to contribute to allow production potential in additional of traditional system, international management system, and the right content. The contribution of the camel to human wealth in developing country is generally influenced by several factors, which tends to underestimate the importance of camel. For each, the animal resource genetic represents an important element in the economic, environmental, and the sociocultural growth of country. For that, however, information of genetic diversity of camel population, essential to sustainable management of population, is necessary to promote the development of genetic resources while ensuring their conservation for the need of future generation. The first study on the relation between biometric measurements to the under of genetic diversity of the camel through 5 phenotypes or ecotypes in Hoggar region, revealed the great phenotype diversity, which is due to the presence of a number of mutations which visible effect. The genetic polymorphism of the phenotype was studied morphologically on 2076 sample camel. The camel milk is a precious food in the different regions of the Sahara, especially for the remote population. It's a product with a strong identity for the population raising dromedary. It plays an important role in the diet of nomad and the southern population. In addition, it's become more and more in demand in the north of the country. Several factors tend to underestimate their true value. Its result, less attention has been paid to management practice and the subsequent improvement in production performance for several years in development plan. Yet camel is essential for economic contribution to pastoralism and economic development. In Algeria, the camel breeding is mainly limited to nomadic breeding of purely traditional management system. However, attention to modern camel breeding, product and manage not well designed for future success. It's for dairy cattle or another remnants. Breed improvement requires the selection of individual within and between breed that can use the breed dairy or meat type camel. Therefore, information on dromedary in terms of reproductive potential, breeding practice, and the correlation of conformation tree with milk consumption. In Algeria, there is little information on the breed, and the breed improvement practice has not been taken into account. The breed improvement practice have received little attention in the selection of dairy meat. Therefore, to fill in some of the gaps, the objective was to determine the breeding practice and the correlation of conformation tree with the milk production in Tamanrasset region. Therefore, we want to evaluate the genetic dimension of the study population, which is very homogeneous in terms of morphology, and the breeding system practice in order to further develop their production characteristic. In material and method, we want to present the region. I will pass this one. About strategy and échantillonnage to evaluate the efficacy of milk products and its impact of profitability on the different ecotypes of the population. We undertook a series of surveys in a form of follow-up with a sample of camel breeding in the region. This were carried out of the follow-up with a particular attention to a small number of them in order to improve the quality of the data and to constitute typical cases. They follow-up took place over a month in the year 2018 and 2019. The first element of information collected at the second tape located in Onth region. The sample data collected created from the list of farmers who expressed an interest in the study objective. We proceed to the random selection of 55 breeders with a number of camel head affected by the project. We affected a milk control. We answered the representativity of the sample, we developed and tested biometric measures in relation to milk yield by evaluating the charge of morphological characteristic and under after milking, and to study the evaluation under characteristic and the beginning for 4 months, middle 9 months, and the end 28 months of lactation. We are selecting recording were used to collecting data in quantitative tree, body under conformation tree. Under conformation tree were also recorded such as milk yield from T different, rare T different, from T circumference, from T high, rare T higher, and rare T circumference, under caliper circumference, under caliper light, and discriminated data by quantitative measurement were performed on 2076 multivarious camels. The data and management and analysis were recorded in standard format, entered computer using Microsoft Excel, and 14 analysis to collect data was entered into statistical package for analysis. The presentation of the study population, we show you some pictures of the diversity, the diversity of population. The related discussion in table 8, we have the value of mean of quantitative variable camel case formulated by breed. We see the breed MLL take the high in different variable, like the quantity of milk produced in day, and the different confirmation about the T. We look ici in the case of breed, we note there are in Morocco the high production quality of the milk. The value and pour les cases formulated to phenotype, we see the atlar, the almlar have the most production on the test ANOVA make that the DDT have significantly in production of the milk. We say that the different population or different ecotype make high quantity of milk. The linear regression show that the atlar and almlar and azargaf have a relation about the quantity and the circumference of the T. That figure which show the ordination of diagram derived from PCA, which project the different ecotype. We saw that almlar atlar, which make the branch of Morocco have high signification about the parameters of milk. Another Azargaf and Abahu make signification about another variable which take the meat, which show the milk. In conclusion, Front and rear T length, diameter and distance between the T was 3.27 and 6.09, 5.43 and 12.62 respectively before milking. The length and the height of the under did not change before and after milking. In other way, a significant difference was observed in the length and the diameter of T before and the distance between the teeth before and after milking. Teeth depth and the distance are positively correlated with the milk yield and significantly affected by the stage of lactation, and showed the height value in the middle of lactation. We can say now that the camel has been found to have relatively developed under and T conformation. Intensification of breeding has resulted in increased milk production, and the volume of under and T, positive and highly significant correlation between milk production and the T diameter, T light and the under dip were found. 3 T types of under were identified. The smaller with a small T, the medium with a long T, and the largest with a medium T. A T diameter and the distance between the T differ significantly between all ecotypes. Similarly, maximum and the average milk flow rate were positively correlated with T diameter. Thank you for your attention. If any question, I am here.